Why did Singapore leave Malaysia? Okay, in case we don't know where it is, Singapore, Malaysia. Oh, once again, not far from where we are, we have the Strait of Malacca, which lies between Malaysia and Sumatra, which is in Indonesia, the westernmost Indonesian island. And at the very southern tip of Malaysia, we have Singapore. It's a city state, essentially. So in the 60s, etc., um, in the 60s, Singapore was a part of Malaysia. It had joined Malaysia, I think in 63 or something, 1963. Please look up the exact dates. I don't remember dates. I don't memorize dates. But Singapore was a part of Malaysia. It was called Singapore or something. Nagara Singapore or Nagari Singapore or something like that. So it was there for a couple of years, and then Singapore was expelled out of Malaysia, thrown out. Okay, and I remember seeing a video of Lee Kuan Yew, the founding father of Singapore, a black and white video in which he's actually shedding tears, crying that this happened. He was very, very upset about this. So why did Singapore have to? Why was Singapore expelled out of Malaysia? So this happened because of a variety of differences, political differences, economic differences, as well as racial tensions between Malaysia and Singapore. So the political party of Lee Kuan Yew joined Malaysia, I think in 1963, but then there were almost immediately there were these political differences and clashes with the political party that was dominant in Malaysia. So the political party that was ruling Malaysia at the time, they wanted privileges for the Malay people, the Malay people. They wanted a special status for the Malay people. So the Malay people should be first class citizens, and everybody else, especially Chinese origin people, should be second class citizens. Malay people should be the first class citizens, and Chinese origin, Indian origin, other origin people should be second class citizens. And I'm sure there's a religious angle also in there. I'm sure there was that. And Lee Kuan Yew's party wanted equality, equal rights for all citizens, regardless of race, religion, whatever. Lee Kuan Yew also wanted an open economic model that's based on free trade, and Malaysia wanted what he called protectionist policies. And Singapore felt that it was not benefiting from the economic union, and that the central government, the Malaysian-based central government, was restricting its policies were restricting Singapore's growth. And then there was the racial angle. Singapore's population was predominantly Chinese and a significant Indian origin population also, and the rest of the nation, Malaysia, was dominated by Malay people. And I think there were riots that broke out in Singapore, racial riots. I think in a year or so before Singapore was expelled, and that sort of thing. So these are the reasons why the party of Lee Kuan Yew found it increasingly difficult to deal with the ruling party in Malaysia, and these differences very rapidly became irreconcilable differences. And then the Malaysian Prime Minister essentially expelled Singapore out of Malaysia, and Singapore became an independent sovereign nation. I am sure that this process, this event, was very traumatic for Lee Kuan Yew and the people of Singapore. But Lee Kuan Yew then went ahead and completely transformed Singapore in the matter of just one generation, roughly 20 years, from a third world nation to a first world country. So that is the deal, in short.